When you are a rich golfer on the European Tour, you are allowed a holiday home. I wonder whose this is. Shall we find out? Where's Darren? So chaps, how long have you guys been friends?
Good time now. How long is it now? It must be
15, 16 years
something
now.
like that.
I first saw Darren when I was playing in the British Amateur at Royal Portrush, and he came sort of gliding in a full set of Titleist professional waterproofs, the curly highlighted hair flowing in the Northern Irish breeze, and that was my first ever sighting of Darren Clarke. He wouldn't have seen me at the time because he was signing autographs and things.
Or probably drunk. One of the two.
No, this was lunchtime. Well,
and
maybe,
your point is?
So then all of a sudden Lee came on tour. You were on tour first, Darren. So then the friendship blossomed?
Yeah, well, you know, Chubby has looked after both of us from the very start, and you know, he's a different kind of manager. You know, he's been there, done it, all that sort of stuff, and you know, I think both our careers went down a very similar path at the same sort of speed, and we were travelling around the world with each other from a very, very early stage of our careers. So you know, we've played practice rounds together all over the world. We've had fun. We've taken a few quid off people that we've been very pleased to do so on a few occasions and stuff. But you know, it's much easier to travel around the world with a friend than travel around the world on your own. And certainly we have had a lot of fun on the way.
So the importance of being out on the road with a friend you find paramount, because being on the road, as we know, professional golfers, can be a lonely place.
Yeah, it can be a lonely existence. And like Darren said, our careers have taken pretty parallel routes, and you know, it's always good to have somebody to do that along with. You have good times and you have bad times, and in the good times you like to share them, and in the bad times it's always nice to have somebody there to, you know, give you a bit of advice. Maybe you need it, and we've learnt over the years each other's swings pretty well. You know, we obviously know our own swings, but it's always good to have somebody else there to keep an eye every now and again. And if one of us looks like we're swinging it a little out of sync, then the other one will probably say something.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a mate to rely on.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, we get we've been in a few interesting places around the world, and you know, it's always good if you are there. You know, I can lift the phone to Lee and you know, what are you doing, or what's going on, or what time we've got to be there, what time are we expected here, and you know, it's just that having a good friend there with you, and being able to, you know, we know each other inside out. He knows I'm a bit half mad most of the time and stuff, and the way I carry on, but you know, it's good. We just understand each other. We know the way each other works and the way we think, and because of that, it does make it an awful lot easier.
So does the friendship stop when you guys are going head to head out there on the golf course?
Of course it does. It has to. You know, it has to. You know, I hold a huge amount of respect for Lee, both on and off the golf course. But when we get on the golf course, it's our job. We're trying to beat each other, and I think that competition has healthily benefited us all the way, mutually benefited us all the way through our careers.
So you've had a month off. You guys are away from the tour. Do you guys see each other away from the tour?
No, not that much. We live in different parts of the country, and but occasionally we'll get together. You know, maybe a football match we might go to, or something like that. Or, but it's generally, you know, in the confines of the tour. And but you know, you see, we play 20 to 25 tournaments a year of the same sort of schedule. So, you know, we're with each other over half the year. You know, we maybe play a tournament in America, and we'd be sharing a house there, and you know, you spend the whole week together. So you do get to know each other, and I think that's the good part of it. We, you know, have times away from each other, and you know, a good time together.
So now you have homes down here in the sun, side by side, a great place to come and practice in the winter. Do you think you'll be spending more time together?
I'm sure we will be down here at the same sort of times. You know, it's pretty convenient that our houses are right, not quite next door to each other, but pretty close. Because if Lee comes down with his whole family and an immediate close family, then you know, he's got my house to use as well, and vice versa and stuff. So you know, that works out really well for us. And the facilities here at Ware, you know, are fantastic. So to have somewhere like this for us to come and practice, and you know, British winter's not always, British or Irish winter's not always that good. So to be able to jump on a plane and come down here and have these facilities, you know, it's fantastic for us.
Lee, Ryder Cup next year, 2010, Celtic Manor. How important is it for you to be on that team?
Well, I've played the last 6, so you know, I'd like to think that, you know, I'm still playing pretty well, and I'd like to be in the next one down in Wales there. So I think it'll be a big challenge for the Europeans. I think the American team are getting stronger. They went through a period where they weren't producing as many good young players as they might have been, but they seem to have a wealth of good young players at the moment. The President's Cup last week proved that, you know, they had a very young team, and I think the European team, you know, is in a transitional period at the moment as well, and we may have a young team as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out, but it'll be close. It'll be down to the odd put hold here and there again, and I think you know, we'll have a pretty good chance of winning.
Darren, you missed out on last time.
I wanted to play a sectional role, but I didn't quite get the chance.
But next time,
yeah,
does that make you burn
yeah,
more?
I want to make the team again. You know, I still think I've got a lot of golf left, and you know, I think our record together, especially in foursomes, is as good as anybody's. I think there's only Sevi and Ollie are better than our record in the foursomes. But you know, it's the Ryder Cup is a very special event. We all know that, and you know, it's been one that's been very close to me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, I had my opportunity to qualify the last time, and I didn't play well enough to do it this time. I need to get myself sorted and qualify for the team, and you know, hopefully that's what I'm going to do.
A certain Northern Irishman has come on the scene now. His name is Rory McIlroy. I know you had a lot to do with him when he was younger.
I didn't tell him it was an exhibition match, though.
Look, it's turned out a little like that, hasn't it? Your thoughts on that young man?
Yeah, he's fantastic, Rory. You know, he's a breath of fresh air for Europe. You know, he's got a huge amount of talent. I don't think there's many shots in the game that he hasn't got yet. He needs to keep progressing. He needs to win more frequently, which I'm sure he's going to do, but that's just progress. And you know, I think he'll be an integral part of the team next year in Wales, as will Lee.
Chaps, it's been a great chat, but I've got one question to ask.
Where's the beer?
Who's the best player?
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods 10.
On current form, Darren.
On all yearly form, him.